Hey kids, Rich here from Castles, Capes, and Clones, and today we'll be looking at things I received from a new mobile game called Disney's Mirrorverse. So join me on today's episode of Hyperspace Hijinx. So what exactly is Disney's Mirrorverse? Well, it's a mobile game, so you play it on your phone or iPad or tablet or whatever. It's made by a company called Kabam, I think in junction with Netmarble. They're big mobile game companies. And Mirrorverse looks to be, well, here, I'll show you some footage from the trailer over my voiceover here. So it looks to be a action RPG, similar in style to another game called Mickey's Sorcerer Arena, except Mickey's Sorcerer Arena is a turn-based game, meaning you kind of tell it what you want to do and then it does it ahead of time. Whereas this game, I think, is live. Kind of as you push buttons, it'll happen. So that's a big difference. And it's taking, well, here, let me read the story for you. Long ago, two stars collided to create an altered universe full of light and dark forces. In the Mirrorverse, stellar magic has evolved familiar worlds, now threatened by hordes of unrelenting, fractured enemies. Players unite teams of powerful guardians to battle together through an ever-evolving narrative of epic quests to defeat the fractured forces, seeking to shatter the Mirrorverse. Choose from the vengeful draconic mage Maleficent, an armored-up Sully, the ultimate personal battle companion Baymax, and many more Mirrorverse guardians. Each guardian possesses powerful special attacks that are unique and authentic to existing Disney and Pixar characters. They are designed to complement each other through different team roles to maximize battle potential and chemistry, enabling players to advance through multiple levels and progress to the highest rank. Disney Mirrorverse is a visually stunning new action RPG game for mobile, set in an all-new divergent Disney universe where players assemble teams of amplified, action-ready 3D Disney and Pixar characters to battle against a dark force. So that's a mouthful, right? Um, Basically, in a nutshell, the Mirrorverse is a game where the characters you know from both Pixar and Disney are kind of altered versions of them, where I guess they can team up and fight against dark forces. But what's interesting is that you can pair up villains with heroes. So a lot of these games on mobile are similar, right? You either be turn-based or live kind of things where you just pick like, up to like 5 characters. You go through and scroll through a map and you just battle enemies, right? So in like Mickey's Sorcerer Arena, I think you can pick, you know, also Disney and Pixar characters, but they're more their traditional looks. Whereas this one is their alternate kind of versions of them. And you'll see, because what I have here are 6 figures from the game. I think what's interesting about this line is that the packaging, which you'll see in a second, there's both the kind of traditional uh, carded figure backs, and then there's also the similar to like the Legends and the Black Series line. So it doesn't seem any kind of rhyme or reason yet. I mean, I haven't really opened them or actually taken a look closely at them. So as I'm opening them here, it will be the first time I'm actually seeing them up close. Or because these are kind of a new wave or new line of figures. So I do not know what to expect. I do not know what they come with, but let's take a look at some of these guys. First off, we'll start with the classic Sorcerer Mickey. Glare. There you go. You can see his look is a little different. He's not wearing, like, it's not the blue, kind of like he's got a yellow-ish tinge to him, and looks like he's holding some kind of magical spell thingy. And it says here, Mickey, support. So a support role in these kind of games are characters you choose that complement your party. So they're the ones who are healers. They're the ones who give special like kind of boosts and whatnot to your characters. And this is what that means. So let's take a look at the packaging. This is from McFarlane Toys, as you can see there. They usually make really highly detailed figures. This is one of the kind of traditional cardback ones on a clamshell. This is actually one I saw at Target first. So you can get these at Target, at least some of these at Target that I've seen. And I was intrigued, and I went home and looked them up online and got all of these on Amazon. So there's 6 figures altogether. I think this thing is a card. We'll see when we open it up. On the back here, it lists 4 other figures. You can see here 4 other figures here, which we'll be opening up also. And you can see kind of like a background with kind of the silhouettes of different characters. There are a lot of characters. I looked it up, and I'll post a link down below. But you know, like as mentioned in the description, Maleficent, Baymax, the Genie, Rapunzel, Mulan is from what I've seen. I'm hoping that the game will do well so that we get more of these guys. But let's open up Mickey. All right, so what's in the package? You get this thing. Not really sure what that is, but looks like it's kind of a magical effect. And like I said, and I was right, that it does come with a card. And on the back is kind of Mickey's stats. There you go. It looks like Mickey is a 7 out of 10 for everything except for this green heart, which I'm guessing is health. I don't know. That's 9 out of 10. And then I'll let you, if you want, you can kind of pause and read through his bio. There's what this looks like. And then here is a figure himself. It's kind of cool. Like in the back of the figure, you can kind of see him floating there in the background. That's kind of what he's doing here. Like if you can see, he's just kind of floating. Which makes it weird for him to stand as a figure. I don't know, let's see if we can... Like you would have to kind of do this almost, like a tippy toe kind of thing. So I don't know if that works. Guess it does. He's got to be careful the wind doesn't blow. He's got some really cool details on him. Let's start with articulation, like I like to do. Let's see, his head can move from side to side. You know, I'm not expecting this to be like Marvel Legends Black Series, but his arms kind of swivel, but his wrists can also, wrists can also turn like that, and his waist can go like that. As far as legs, there's some, no, there's not. There's like no movement whatsoever. Well, you can kind of twist this. So that's about as much as his legs can move. There's a little more detail on his face and his hat. Looks like his Sorcerer Apprentice look, except this a different color scheme. His cape kind of flares out like that. I kind of like the way it kind of looks. I guess it looks kind of formidable. Probably not what you're used to with Mickey, but you know, whatevs. Now there is a hole in his right hand, which I'm assuming is for that little piece. So let's see. So yeah, it goes in there. Let's see if it goes in a specific way. There you go. Don't know what that is. I'm assuming it's a spell of some sort. Guess you would have to play the game to know for sure. I'm not really sure where it's available. I know it's not yet available in the US on iOS. There is a page for it on Google Play, but I don't have any Android devices, so I don't know. I do know it was in beta in like in the Philippines and stuff. I don't know how far it's gotten, but I'll link the website down below so you can sign up for updates and whatnot. Now let's take a look at another classic Disney figure or character. Now this one is Goofy. Packaging is still the same characters on the back. You can see that he is in this yellow. I guess it means ranged. Yep, ranged. Ranged characters in these games are usually an attack kind of person, so I'm assuming he's one who will, his abilities will cause damage to whatever, more so than a support person. So yeah, looks like, I don't know if this is a bow or whatnot, probably as a ranged person. I'm not even sure what Goofy's dressed as. You can see that. But let's open him up, shall we? All right, so let's take a look at his card. There you go. Goofy. Here's the back. You can pause and read his bio. He does come with a boomerang. You can see there. See? And what's cool is that the boomerang does have also a kind of quiver for it. Holder? Quiver? You call it a quiver? Not really sure. So it kind of sits in there. Like so. Let's look at Goofy himself. Looks kind of like a pirate, I guess. I don't know. Look at his face. I mean, don't make no mistake, it does look like Goofy. So, it's a pretty good likeness. As for articulation, he's got some weird articulation. Alright, so his head is a little more movable than Mickey's is, with a kind of on a ball joint. His arms. Looks like they should be able to. Yep, they kind of can go like that. And also on a ball joint. He does have at the wrist. So this one looks normal, right? I mean, his puffy shirt wrist things prevent him from moving too much. But then his wrists also move. But like, what is up with this? What is that? I'm not really sure what that's supposed to be. I feel like it's the wrong arm. But I don't know. Like what is that? So, I don't know. That looks awkward to me. He does move at the wrist, the waist, like so. But his legs, you can see, don't really move from anywhere, and he can swivel at the ankles. So not a lot of posability in the legs, but you know, whatever. His scarf does kind of go all the way down here. It's made out of a softer applied plastic. I don't know if that's what kind of helmet that's supposed to be. but it looks very pirate-y. I don't know. Let's see. He does have a hole on his back for his quiver. Let's see how well it stays in there. Oh, there you go. That makes more sense. It was just really weird on him when he was packaged. So there you go. Kind of like he's getting his boomerang-ish. Now the quiver does stay on pretty well. Like it's pretty solid, so you make him look like he's grabbing. So I'm guessing Goofy is ranged because he throws his boomerang. And since they don't really do arrows and like anything like super violent, kind of just knocks you out and then it comes back to you. Now, let's take a look at the figure I saw that I really wanted. And that is another support role character. But now we have Belle from Beauty and the Beast. How awesome is that? As you see in green, support role like Mickey. Back, same deal. So let's open her up. So she comes with a staff with the rose on it. It's a pretty cool looking thing. All right, as I said, here is the staff. The rose on it. Pretty good detail in there. And then here's her card. And here's the back. You can pause and take a look at her bio. And then the figure herself. Good shot of her face. Oops. That's kind of cool. Articulation, her head just kind of turns slightly. I think it's because like she's got her cloak on and her hair ponytail kind of prevents it from moving too much. The arms do kind of go out like that on a joint. The wrists, yep, the wrists do rotate there. That's about it. So the arm, oh, and it looks like, I'll tell you, when they package these, the arms are like weirdly placed, but she does have movement at her elbow as well, as long as with her wrist. Now, these don't come with alternate hands, but look at how articulate the hands are here. And then the back of her head. There's her cape on the back with a rose as well. Now, this is similar. It's been a while since I've seen Beauty and the Beast, but her kind of I'm outside frolicking in the snow outfit-ish, kinda. Obviously. A little more for battle. She does have a holster, looks like it's for a book. So I'm gonna guess magic spells, because she is support. So let's take a look with her staff in hand. There you go. She's just casting a spell. Oh, other articulation. She does move at the waist. And then she can all just swivel her legs like the other ones also, but no actual movement besides just the ankles swiveling. So there you go. Belle, Beauty and the Beast, in Mirrorverse form. And now for the last of the regular card figures. This one's a doozy, because now we have Sully. As you can see, he takes up most of the card. And it's odd because the other two figures are in kind of boxes, but they aren't bigger than him. In fact, I think he's bigger than the other two that are coming up soon. But you can see here that his role in blue is tank. Now, tank characters are the damage takers. They kind of make your enemies focus on them because they can take the most hits, while your range will go in and do the damage, and the support can make sure that you guys stay alive and whatever. So it kind of makes sense. Looks like he's got armor, and I don't know what this thing is, but it's pretty big. So let's take a look. Okay, so Beast comes with his tail. Oops. You can see there. Most likely because it just with the tail on, he probably wouldn't fit on that card. And he looks like he comes with also one of the tanks for. In this world, I don't know what's laughs, screams, souls, who knows. Here's a look at his card. Here's the back. And then the figure himself, which is pretty heavy, actually. So. Like, he could be a paperweight. For articulation, his head, just because the way it is, just kind of rotates-ish. You can see there a little bit. His arms do go up, but he's got shoulder pads which are kind of a softer plastic. And he's got these massive wrist guard thingies, which means, yep, the only movement in his arms is kind of in this rotator thing, but his hands and wrists do not move. On his other arm, if you can see, he's kind of wearing like half a shirt thing. This shield that he's got on does rotate. I don't think it comes off. At least if it does, not easily, and I don't want to force it, obviously. So, but he does have that same shoulder movement there. On the back, you can see where the tank goes and where his tail goes. Let's put that on. So his tail is all like that. And then this thing goes right here. I don't think it serves any purpose, just that with it on, it would be probably hard for him to fit in that card. So yeah, this guy is a tank, and feels like a tank, because my lord, is he heavy. Get a better look at his face and some of his details. So yeah, like literally, if I threw this at someone, it could do some damage. Wish there was a little bit more movement in his arms, at least on the wrists. But alas, no. And he does swivel a bit at the waist. but it looks like not a lot, and definitely there are no articulation at all at the feet. So, just a big mass of plastic. All right. So, I have two more, and I'm not sure why they are in these cards. Oh, now I know why. They are substantially bigger than the other ones. So I don't know if this is a different version of these things, but this is definitely more like a 6-inch scale-ish figure, but even then I think it's bigger than 6 inches. So let's take a look at the first one so you know what I'm talking about. We have Jack Sparrow. Now compared to Goofy, you can see there's definitely a size difference. So, and to be all honest, I bought these all on Amazon at the same time. I know these were more expensive. I don't remember how much more expensive they were. These might have been 19, where the other ones were like 12. So I went willy-nilly on this stuff. Anywho, this is a different box. Obviously, it's kind of like a Black Series figure box. I want to say these are 7-inch figures, because let's take a look. Here's a 6-inch line, Black Series figure, and definitely bigger. Let's even take a look at the Marvel. Looks like more like the Marvel Legends size. Yeah. Which I didn't realize were bigger. That or Luke is very tiny. There's the artwork on the sides. A different look on the other side. Now this says Jack is support, so again, kind of like Mickey and Belle. He plays a support role. Has the same kind of mural on the back. Huh. So according to the back of this, forgot I didn't, like, you can see who the other one is, but it's Buzz. But there's a fractured Jack Sparrow on there, where this is the normal Jack Sparrow. From the description, the fractured are the enemies of this game. So I wonder if there's another version of him that I will have to find. He's on the back. And if you look at the back of Buzz, it does list them both. So now I have to go find the fractured version of Jack Sparrow. Awesome. All right, so let's take a look. All right, let's take a look at his card. There. Take a look at the back. He does come with a kind of magical effect dealio. And the figure himself. I can really tell he's got way more articulation than the normal size figures. So let's take a look at his head. Full range of motion, even with his hair and beard and stuff, which is very soft plastic. Pretty good motion there. His arms do have there. Rotation at the elbow, and also can bend at the elbow. And then he's got wrist movement as well. He's got one side bony, but does have the same motion, except for his wrist. His wrist doesn't rotate. Now I wonder if that's also because it does have a little more detail and detail on it. Take a look there. Kind of weird. Let's take a look at his face. Doesn't resemble Johnny Depp, but you know, this is a cartoony kind of characterization of him. But there's a lot of detail there in his outfit. As for his legs, he does have full articulation. Even though it looks like that, he can move. There, and then he's got right there, and then he can swivel it. So yeah, this definitely feels more like a Legends line figure, 6-inch Black Series figure. Way more detailing. I mean, like, you can see, I don't know if you can see on camera, but there's like a texture to his coat or whatnot. So very cool. His little scarf thingy's way more softer plastic, like almost like a rubber. His hat. So yeah, I like this figure actually. I don't know if there's any rhyme or reason to his magic effect thing. Well, let me see if I can. I don't know if that's the way it's supposed to go in there, but it works. Now, understandably, he doesn't come with any weapons, because it is Disney still. But I kind of wish he came with, like, his sword or something. I mean, he's a pirate still. So. Let's see how well he stays on his peg. Oh yeah, it's pretty snug on there, so. I appreciate it, because it looks like his little feet will not be able to support him anyway. But there you go. Captain Jack Sparrow. And because I wasn't clever enough to cover it up, you all know the last one is Buzz Lightyear, which is pretty cool. It actually feels pretty hefty. And then, like I said, he does show that there is another Jack Sparrow, the fractured version of him. So, must hunt for that. From looking at him, looks like he comes with his jetpack and his wings that come out, so he's definitely, maybe he is bigger than Sully is, and that's why Sully's in the card and Buzz is in a box. So, but let's find out. Alrighty, so he does come with his backpack and wings. So let's go like this. Now, unlike the wings in Toy Story or whatever, where they were kind of physical wings, these look like they could be like energy wings. So they're not like there. Kind of like when Tony Stark has like holographic things, but these are like physical wings, but they're not really there. Like, they don't flip out like physical wings, but like they're more like science-y, techno, holography wings. Here's his card. Like I said, he is a ranged character. See the back. And then here is Buzz himself. Oops, it has plastic on there. Alright, let's put his wings on to get the full scope of what it looks like. Here we have the full figure. pretty cool. As far as articulation, oops, he has no head articulation. Wings fell off, but he does have motion in his arms. Swivel like that. His elbows bend, and his wrists do swivel. Huh. He's kind of not just like that, but he kind of does have an abdomen rocker and a waist rocker. And he's got motion on his thighs there. Bends at the knees. And also has a toe hinge thingy. Take a look at his face and his detailing there. So yeah, my only critique, I mean, he's got all the flexibility, but I just wish his head would move. I mean, it'd make more sense if he had like his helmet, I guess, but nope, it's kind of stuck moving forward, looking forward. So you know, when you're putting on his backpack, like there's a couple of points where it does connect. So there's a big thing right here in the back, but then at this joint it connects, and then also kind of at this joint it connects, and you kind of got to push it together so you kind of hear a small click. There's the full thing. And his wings, wow. And then his wings, again, I don't know how much force I'm supposed to use to put these in here. Maybe not much. So there you go. Buzz Lightyear from Mirrorverse. And again, to kind of put him in scale with Sully, who I thought was a huge figure. So I don't know what direction they're going to go with these. Like, I do like this. I kind of wish Belle was in this version. Actually, all of them I wish were kind of in this version of them. But yeah, I don't know if it's two different lines. If it's like kind of like the Star Wars series where it's the vintage line, which is the 3 3/4 figures, or the Black series where they're 6-inch figures, and these are kind of like 4-inch figures and 7-inch figures, or something like that. I don't know, because they aren't in scale together. Because I mean, look at Buzz and Belle, or even Mickey. Though Mickey kind of makes sense. So yeah, it's a really weird scale thing. I don't know what they're supposed to be exactly. But the figures themselves, taken individually, they're all very, very well done. They're all very detailed, you know. I really like them a lot. And I do hope we get more. Apparently I need to find another Jack Sparrow. And if you look on the website, you can find a little more information on the different characters, but they all look very, very cool, and I would love to see a Maleficent. The genie design looks amazing. And I think it's why I like these, is like there's some different takes on these characters that we know and love, right? So there you go. The first wave of toys from the mobile game Disney's Mirrorverse from McFarlane Toys. Hope you liked it. I enjoyed them. I don't know where I'm going to put them. Probably behind me somewhere. I got to get rid of some other stuff. If you enjoyed the video, please consider hitting that like button and subscribing to the channel, where we do a lot more unboxings of things. Every week, Lauren and I do have a podcast, blogcast, a live stream, I guess, is now what we can call it, as we do it live. We'll talk about everything happening in the world of Disney, Marvel, Star Wars. And yeah. And then now that Magic Keys are open, I'll be going to Disneyland a lot. So you'll see a lot more stuff from the parks themselves. If there's anything you want me to check out at the parks, or any toys you think you would like to see us unbox, let us know in the comments below, and I'll catch you on the flip side.